right. Well, 2017 is here, and obviously today being report day is an exciting time. Getting everybody on campus. You had a wonderful summer training, everything building for this opportunity, and our football team's excited. Coaching staff's excited. We're able to. We've had great progress building for today, and we're looking forward to getting on the field tomorrow. Going to be a lot of competition. We've got a great group of newcomers that have come in, done a wonderful job of kind of putting themselves in position to get out and compete, and it's going to be a great fall camp, and so we're definitely looking forward to every aspect of it in our preparation for August 31st. Any questions?
Yeah, picked to win the AAC West by the media report. Do you embrace those kind of expectations? Have you talked to the team about how do you, view that?
Yeah, I really, going into it, I didn't put a whole lot of thought into what the poll would be. But we've talked since January with our football team of understanding that the expectations are going to continue to rise. In year one, there were so many question marks. You have a new coaching staff. You're replacing your first-round draft pick quarterback. So many unknowns of what we could expect. And I think in the past season we showed that the success of Memphis Tiger football is here to stay, and the excitement and what we can build on. So we've talked a lot since January about being able to handle that success. And we've spent so much time talking about how you respond to adversity, but now we've got to be able to stay focused on the things that helped achieve that success. And I guess when you are picked to be the preseason champion, that did validate a lot of the things that we've been sharing with the team, but it's also a great compliment to where our program is and where people on the outside believe it can go.
Coaches, a lot of people talking about the third game of the season, UCLA, and forget about how you keep your team focused on that first two instead of the third game.
Yeah, right now we're focused on the first one, and we know that coming into camp and starting today and building towards tomorrow, we are not game ready. We have guys that are coming back. We have a great veteran group that has continued to grow, but we're not ready for the first game. Heck, we're just ready for the first practice, and that's what I challenge our guys with every day. It's about your daily focus on the step that's in front of you. We talk about that. We've talked about that since the day that I got here. That's the most important thing, because if we get caught up thinking 2, 3, 4 steps down the road, we might miss the most important one that's right there in front of us. And so that's our mentality. And so I don't get too worried about our guys and where their mindset is, because if you don't bring it today and work to be your personal best, I mean, you're going to be held accountable to that. Players, coaches, I mean, that's the overall mentality of our program. I think we can. I think that we've got a core nucleus in place of guys we've got some great playmakers. We've got a returning a quarterback that I thought was playing his best football towards the end of the year, and I saw improvements in spring practice and just his overall confidence. The competition that we have at tight end, at the offensive line. One of the things that we didn't spend a whole lot of time talking about last year is we were able to redshirt 2 junior college players, Harneet Gill and Tao Ho Ching, that had a phenomenal spring and have done a great job of preparing themselves and put them in position to enter that competition. So even though we have 4 linemen that are returning, you bring in 3 signees, a couple of guys that redshirted. That's what I'm excited about, and the depth at receiver is something that I think can be a real positive for us. So to say you're going to be better, I mean, it's every week's going to have its own challenges, but I do believe that we can continue to grow on the offensive side of the ball.
Mike, how much fun is it when you're putting together a game plan or calling for an offense that puts up 30, 40 points? Defense wins championships, they say, but in today's day and age of college football, people want to see the ball in the air. I mean, how much fun is it as the guy who kind of puts that thing together to see how good this offense is?
Yeah, I mean, I love it. I love, everything within our program is about putting our players in a position to be successful. And, the core belief of our offense, our defense, and every aspect is creating those matchups and then, letting guys go out there and showcase all that they can do at a high level. And so, having guys that are established playmakers, guys that are young, developing playmakers, being able to find the balance and the creative ways to showcase them. That's what I truly enjoy on the offensive side.
Mike, to that end, did Tony Palmer just kind of start to scratch the surface last year?
I think so. Tony. People don't really think a lot about that story. Tony. Really, we thought he was going to be a depth guy for us going in. We returned Sam Kraft, who, Sam has had a phenomenal career at Memphis, before we ever got here. And then, in camp, Sam got injured, and he missed the first couple games and was able to make it back, there early for a game before he ended up being out for the rest of the season. But Tony really got pushed into that role and being showcased. Obviously what he did in special teams was phenomenal. But as an offensive player, playing wide, in the slot, playing in the backfield, he has a lot of development that he had to go through, and I thought spring practice really helped him in that regards. He's had a phenomenal summer. When you see him out on the field tomorrow, I mean, probably one of our most impressive physical specimens with his speed, strength, and so I'm excited about what he's going to be able to do, and and the role that he's going to be able to take moving forward for this season.
Does he kind of open your playbook up in some ways, though, that maybe other people can't?
He definitely possesses unique skill set. But we just talked about Sam Kraft, and we're fortunate that Sam Kraft is back with us this year. Another guy that has a unique skill set, and but I think Tony allows you to do a lot of different things because he is a running back that can go out there and play in the slot, that can do a lot of different things. He's got home run hitting speed. He's an explosive playmaker, and so you have guys like him, Darrell Henderson, Sam Kraft, guys that can do a lot of different things. Definitely makes it fun as an offensive coach.
Coach, you completed year one.
Defensively, really quickly, you talked about you got playmakers on offense. You have one that hopefully is returning in good shape with Jackson Bell on defensive. What does he mean to that defense this year overall on this team?
I think Jackson, that was probably one of the things that, as a new coach coming in, I might have underestimated. Is just the importance that he has to this team. You watch film and you see his size, you see the motor that he has, but I'd never been around him every single day. And this spring, probably one of the most enjoyable experiences I had was just watching Jackson play, because I thought that he brought a mentality to our defense that made everybody around him better. And Jackson, last year was a tough year for him. There were some ups and downs. I mean, when a guy that's never been injured, and now all of a sudden he can't play the game that he loves. It posed some challenges, but I love seeing him out there this spring. Has done a great job, continuing to progress and putting himself in a position to have a phenomenal senior year. But I think he helps establish a mentality for us defensively that everybody on our unit has to raise their game to.
Coach Norvell, here's your first year full around. What do you expect going into year two? Leaps and bounds going into year one?
I want to see a program that's continuing to progress, and for us, we have our expectations of what we want to see within the program, but just like anything else, I want to see us getting better in every aspect. I thought that we did that in the spring. We finished up with the highest team GPA in school history for a football program. You look at you go out and watch guys in summer training. We're bigger, stronger, faster. I'm seeing progress there, and now it's time to do it out on the game field. And it's gonna, like I said, we got 29 practices building up before kickoff, and we're gonna utilize every single one of them. And having competition, having some experience, having some quality youth is an exciting thing, because recruiting matters. And when you go and the last two classes that we've been able to put together, I think we're going to see the effects of that and what that does for our depth, what that does for newcomers being able to come in and play early, it's an exciting time, and that's why tomorrow's so big, because it's the first opportunity we have on the field together to establish what that mentality and identity is going to be for the 2017 Tigers.
How important is it though to have guys coming back to kind of bring those younger guys along?
I think it's very important, and that's one thing. We were talking as a team, the other day, and being a veteran and having experience is a great thing, because you understand expectations. Why it's been so much more comfortable in year 2 than it was in year 1 is because we're not talking about the basic expectations of what it is to be a part of this program. Guys understand what it's going to take, how they have to work, what we're going to wear, what time meetings, all those things. That's been established. Now you can focus on the little things and make sure that we're improving in techniques. We're able to implement more concepts and schemes. And so if you have veterans that can help echo that message to the newcomers, then that allows us to really bring them along at a faster pace.
The whole goal of winning, obviously, but do you get satisfaction out of the fact that both outside of the community and within, it feels like Memphis football is fun? It's obviously winning is paramount, but people are excited about coming to games, people inside the building seeing, it seems like there's a sense of joy. Do you get a sense of satisfaction?
Probably almost as much as anything. And, I tell people all the time, the greatest thing about being the head coach of the University of Memphis is who we represent. And to be able to represent this community, one that I enjoy. I enjoy living here. I enjoy, being able to go out and be a part of this community. I enjoy the excitement that I feel. You sit there and you look at opening night is going to be August 31st, Thursday night before Labor Day. I mean, man, people are excited about being able to showcase our city, our university, our program on a national stage. And you look at our home schedule, man, we're going to have it's set up for our community to be showcased just as much as our football program. And so, I take a great deal of pride in that. I take a great deal of pride of trying to capitalize on as many opportunities as we can to involve our football team in the community, whether it's me going out and speaking to a group, coaches going out, our players. I mean, heck, we had our newcomers here today. They were out down at Le Bonheur, just getting an opportunity to hang out with kids there. And that's nothing that we're not doing that so we can have cameras in front of us and say that we're doing a good deed. We're doing that for the experience and to understand who we represent on a day-to-day, in a day-to-day manner. And so, everything we do, we want to do in a first class way.
Mike, if there is a downside to being successful like you've been, is your name gets brought up with situations when openings happen even before you start. How do you deal with that as you get going into camp when, whether it's your camp or not, your name starts being mentioned as, well, he's not going to be around, after this year. How do you deal with your name that's brought up for other jobs?
I really don't focus on that. Our focus is on today. Our focus is on the opportunity that we have and going out and coaching our kids and setting expectations and trying just to get better each and every day within our process. And so I think you take the same comment about being picked at preseason poll. You take the same. I mean, we have many guys that are on watch list. I think if the country is talking about our program, that is a compliment. It's a compliment to the work that's gone in. It's a compliment to the people that we have, and so it's exciting for our program to be echoed among a lot of the things nationally with the different watch list and some of the rankings and polls. But on all the other stuff, I really don't focus on that.
Some Power 5 coaches have suggested that Power 5 schools should only play other Power 5 schools, and I know you're focused on the first 2 games, but when that UCLA game gets here, it does kind of propel you onto the national stage. How important is it when you're outside the Power 5 to get those opportunities?
I think every game, how you represent your program, your conference, I think every game matters, because you can go and you can beat a Power 5 school. I mean, you can beat a top 10 school in the country, but if you don't handle business each and every week, that doesn't really matter. I think that you always want to show well. I mean, no matter who you're playing, you want to showcase your program. You want to showcase the players that you have. But every game's big, and if you tell me that we're just going to, if you start the season and you're only going to win one of the early games, I'm not worried about what league another team's playing in. Just say that's the game we're focusing on. I want to win the first one, and then we'll move to the next one, and make sure that we're progressing so that we can be competitive in any game.
But philosophically, I mean, you want to be able to play those people, don't you?
I think it's a great opportunity to showcase our program and to have a team like UCLA, coming into the Liberty Bowl, already in what was it, early July. That game is already tabbed as a national broadcast. Dang right, I'm excited about it. I think that's, but just for the same thing that I mentioned earlier, I'm excited because it showcases our community. It showcases our, everything that we have going and the excitement that's building for the future.
No two-a-days this year. Do you prefer camp to be stretched out a little bit? Do you prefer two-a-days? How much have you had to adjust?
It is an adjustment. I think one of the things that's not talked a whole lot about, but is a great challenge is, we're going to go through the first 7 practices with our students still being in summer school, and so we've had to adjust a lot on our practice schedule. I always like starting off with split practices with newcomers and vets. We're not able to do that this year just because of the summer school schedule. But on the same hand, we have to do what's best for our players, and so we're sitting there trying to make sure that for them that they're able to be able to have enough time to be a student and to finish strong there academically, but then also maximizing all of the opportunities that we have of the 29 we get before the first game. So I think it's with how the rules changed, it is a necessity to start this early, but I definitely think it presents some other challenges for the student athlete that makes it difficult.
A little about schooling, since you got so many newcomers in the secondary this year. How much going into the season do you focus on? I mean, you can't really browbeat them where they start forgetting stuff, but you really got to concentrate on them being sharp for this team to have success going forward. How do you approach it?
I mean, we just got to continue to build them. And, as we start off today, we were able to have a couple of newcomers that joined our program in spring, went through spring practice. I thought Tito Wyndham really kind of, did a phenomenal job, coming in, transitioning. But, the great thing is we do have a couple of wonderful leaders in the back end. You look at Jonathan Cook, who I think is one of the top defensive backs in our conference, and a guy that, did a great job for us. Sean Rupert, who played a lot of football for us this past season. Those two guys are, really help. They bring a confidence and that experience of what it takes to play at this level, and then it just kind of helps build everybody else around. And we were able to add one late newcomer that's joined us today, Tim Gordon, who's from Fullerton, as a corner that I think is going to be able to come in and also provide a great deal of depth. T.J. Carter's been a phenomenal this summer. I mean, obviously, we knew on signing day when we got him, he's the #1 ranked corner in Tennessee, and he's done nothing to disappoint through his work and in preparation through the summer. So it's gonna be fun to go watch those guys, and now you just build them. And we're gonna put them in a position to be successful and try to play to their strengths. But it is a talented group, and it's just gonna take some time and making sure that we get everybody on that defensive side, just like on the offensive side, playing and all going in the same direction.